I'm looking around the yard.
Yeah.
We've got quite a few of the smaller machines there, one of which is the Hitachi 470.
Yeah.
Which you say is going into Germany?
Yes. Through Kesel.
Through Kesel, yeah. Who is the customer?
The customer is AWR
Right.
for that one.
Okay.
It's the first of the 470 KMC range, and it's basically.
Does KMC stand for anything? Is it?
Yeah, it's Kesel multi-carrier.
Okay.
And the machines are actually done, if you like, it's KMC 470-BTV.
Right.
And what that stands for is Kesel multi-carrier,
Yeah.
470 base machine.
Yeah.
The BTV is oil quick boom.
Yeah.
The T is for Tritec, the three valve quattro valve lift system, which Kesel developed, and the V is variable undercarriage.
Right. Okay.
So, and all the machines, the idea of how it's been developed through ourselves and Kesel in partnership is we use the oil quick and we use the Tritec system. So every 470 will have the same stub boom with the oil quick, the three cylinders. The idea of the three cylinders is you have the power for demolition and for height, but also there's a special this quattro speed valve that they put in, which means when you're in standard equipment, it takes away, if you don't need the power there, you can still work at the same speed.
Right.
So whereas a lot of our modifications with bigger cylinders, when you're in standard you work a bit slower,
Yeah.
you don't do this. So you still have the benefits of a standard base machine, and then it moves forward. What we're doing with Kesel is developing a range of arms. So all the base machines will be the same, but then we're developing a range of arms. And I've got orders throughout the course of 2014 to build all of the arms.
And how many arms are we talking about?
Well, I'll tell you now. I'm going to have to refer to my notes here, mate, because I can't remember them all just yet. On the 470, we're doing a standard, so the oil quick stub, but then we're doing a standard backhoe boom with a standard dipper for it. There'll be a two-piece stub boom, which is effectively a small stub and a tab boom, a bit like on the 870.
Right.
We're also doing a two-piece boom with a heavy-duty dipper, so with a bigger tool.
Right.
We're then doing a two-stage high reach, which is going to be just a two-piece, another boom and a dipper.
Right.
On the 470, it's 18 metres.
Okay.
Then we're doing a 26 metre high reach arm,
Okay.
a 30 metre high reach arm. This one is having a 34 metre telescopic high reach arm,
Okay.
an 18 metre long reach, a 20 metre long reach, a 22 metre long reach, a 30 metre telly dipper, and material handling arm as well. And this is the whole range that they're going to offer on there. And again, it's a multi-carrier. It's a multi-purpose machine. Can take all these different arms, all with oil quick. The reason we can reach 34 metres with this, again, it's having full undercarriage extension, extended tracks, and hydraulic extended.
Yeah.
But the oil quick adds a lot of weight to it.
Yeah.
And the three cylinders and everything else adds a lot of weight, but it adds it in the right place.
Okay.
It brings it home, brings it close, which means we've got the weight on the carrier, on the base machine, which allows us to put more on the arm.
Okay.
So, which is different to anything else.
Yeah.
But that's just on the 470. We're also doing a 350. Now the 350 has, again, a two-piece boom, stub boom, the backhoe boom, heavy-duty two-piece boom, two-stage high reach, 21 metre high reach, 24 metre high reach, 16 metre long reach, 18 metre long reach, material handling equipment, and a 25 metre telly dipper.
Okay. Right.
So
Right.
a big range,
Yeah.
a real big range.
And that's on the machine size.
Yeah.
There's the volume machine size for the set.
Yeah. So, yeah, there's a lot going on with Kesel.
Does that not give you an idea for yourselves? Because obviously you have your own hydraulic boom connect system.
Yes, and we have done to a certain extent. We
With
have
the ABC,
we
yeah.
have done it. Not just with the ABC, we've done it. I think in the UK, Buckingham plant had a long reach arm. They've got obviously the standard backhoe.
Yeah.
They've got a long reach arm, but they've also had demolition arms. So they've kind of got Now, the ABC, Armac, are very keen to have long reach equipment on that as well, and also teledipper they're thinking about. So it can be done, and obviously with the joint, but Kesel are the first. And you have to, I have to take my hat off to them. I know they don't always get the best publicity, but I take my hat off to them in that they're Kesel are very forward thinking,
right?
And they're a dealer, but they're also got the workshops and there as well, and they're very forward thinking in saying, right, if we want to actually be top of the market, if we want to lead the way, we need to offer something that nobody else is. Now, a lot of this equipment that they've ordered from us, they're ordering for stock. They haven't sold it yet.
All right, okay.
But they're confident enough with the inquiries that they will sell it. So this is very much, and in fairness, everything we built for them that they've had for stock in the past, they've sold it before we finished it.
Right, okay.
So it's never, at the time of completion, it was going to a customer. So
I just want to get it clear in my own mind. All the fabrication, all the assembly, all the modifications will be done here.
Yes.
And then the machine is shipped to Kesel.
Okay. No. With the 870, and it's going to work to start with. It will work like that. We do all the fabrications here, and we do all the on the on the 350. The base machine conversion is done in Germany.
Right. Okay.
Okay. The main reason for that is because of transport costs and everything else. With the 470, because it needs a full undercarriage, it's coming to us. But the first one, we will do all the fabrications, send them to Germany. They will then pipe them, and they want to put on this German cylinders on there, and they'll do all that. A lot of it is because German customers, again, to try and promote this and sell this, and because it's not cheap with the oil equipment, they're using the highest quality pipes, the highest quality hoses, cylinders. They're using this just a specialist cylinder company just to manufacture these, because they want to give extra warranty and justify why it costs more money. And this is this isn't a 1 year or 2 year warranty. This is like a 5 year warranty. Blah blah. So they're offering this now. What will happen is when the first 470 has been done, they will do all that in Germany. But the second one, they will then send us all the pipes and the cylinders, so everything will be assembled here and tested here. So a full machine will leave here, and that will be how it will be going forward.
Is there any estimate to numbers at this stage, or is it very early days?
Yeah, well, numbers, I can tell you now that the on the 350, there's already been 2 machines converted, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4. There's five more base machines have been ordered with various arms this year. There's 4 470s have been ordered this year, and there's another 250. A second 250 has been ordered as well. So there's and those orders are really up until about June, July. So we're talking first half a year. Their idea.
Not all of those will be going into demolition, given that the range of materials.
No, some of them. I mean, for example, one of the again, they're looking at the machines. I mean, the first 470, for example, is going with a 34 metre high reach telescopic. The second one is going with a 34 metre, a 26 metre, and a heavy duty stub and tab boom. The third machine is not so much for demolition. That's having 18 metre long reach and a 30 metre teledipper. So that's so they're all looking. But the idea of having the carrier, and this is where you can't argue with what Kesel are saying, is if they can sell the carrier with oil quick, if the guy wants to use a long reach, they just build him a long reach and put it on there. If he wants demolition equipment, he can just buy demolition equipment. And and this is where they're going. They're just looking at, well, just buy the equipment, and literally you don't even need to send your machine in, because everything has been done. We'll just make you the equipment and send it to you, connect it up, and away you go. So again, this is where they're looking at as a bigger picture. So the 870 was what started it, and and we were lucky enough to win the award, and I think lucky that the judges and the peers of demolition sort of like recognised the beauty of this with the 870, with having the different options on such a big carrier, and that's really led us to go from this is what we're doing on an 870, but what can we do on the smaller machines? And between us all, we've sat down. I was in Germany. I was at Kesel, I think 4 or 5 times last year, discussing all this, and we were negotiating what heights could be achieved, what tool weights and everything like this. And so it's really it's evolved from the 870
Right.
to now give much bigger range, a bit like we were talking about with the UK market with the smaller machines, and I think Germany have recognised that as well, because they've now had 4 870s. There is another one they're talking about this year, but as they're saying, they don't want to flood the market with 870s because they don't want their customers they've already sold them to early doors saying, well, I'm up against him, and him.
Yeah.
They want to keep them happy as well. So there's a limit as to where they'll go. I think there's potential for 1 or 2 120-ton machines in Germany. But again, Kesel are also very, very aware, as they don't want to push something to a customer when they've already got some in there. They want to keep all their customers happy, because they want the customers who bought the 870 to buy. Well, the guy who is at Balmer who bought the 870 there, customer Moss, he's now looking at a 470 and a 350 in this range. So again, they want to keep everybody happy and sell other carriers to them.
Well, when the big machine, when you look at the cost of the big machines, and too many of them on the market, they're not going to be able to get the money back.
No.
So it doesn't make sense that way.
Exactly. So there's they're very forward thinking in that respect, and they are also pushing to be able to sell this outside of Germany.
That's the next question I was going to ask you about. Yeah,
they're trying to. Nothing is set in stone yet, but I know Kesel would like to be able to sell this outside of Germany to other companies, and as it's a KMC, it's marketed and sold as a KMC machine rather than a Hitachi machine. And I think that will, in time, be proven.
Would that not raise service and support issues, though?
Yes, to a certain extent, but I think where Kesel are coming from is if, for example, they sell a KMC to Switzerland, then part of the base machine sale obviously covers the service costs and any warranty costs implicated. There's a package there. So if the machine gets sold into Switzerland, that additional cost will then be transferred to the Swiss dealer,
right? And
then he would take on the money from that and then service the base machine, but with a view that Kesel would then have to service the oil quick and everything.
Exactly. Yeah.
So, but I think Kesel are big enough, and if there's enough machines there, if it's likes of Switzerland, Austria, places like that, they're neighbouring anyway, and they've got depots right on the borders, so they can actually attend, and because Kesel are also a dealer for Terex Fuchs, and they have Fuchs dealerships in all of these countries, so they could effectively train up people of the Fuchs department to look after it. So
obviously there's potential for one to come into the UK possibly.
Yeah.
Would you then handle the service and support side of it?
Yeah.
Right.
If it came into the UK, I mean, and again, he would be very keen to bring one into the UK, and he has asked me to sort of like do a presentation on it in the UK, which I'm hoping to do sort of like September time. But if it came into the UK, we would then service it and support it, and our guys, obviously in the installation and doing everything with the oil quick, our guys would get to know what's involved and understand it all. So then we would be able to support that from that point. But again, I think the problem with the UK market is very much a case of the cost of it, and the UK market is still very cost driven. And although they might see the benefits, it's having that first person. We've only just started using oil quick on the end with the attachments at the moment, so it's I think we're still maybe a couple of years away from getting something, but I think there's possibilities.